My first real job was super intense. I was surrounded by tons of negativity for 8, 10, 12-hour shifts. So today I want to share what worked for me back then at my first real job that I still use today. Okay, so what was it? What was my first real job? My first real job was on a locked unit of a psychiatric hospital. So I worked on the adolescent floor, and there's about 20 kids there. They were all actively suicidal, homicidal, or psychotic. We had a lot of adjudicated kids too. I was only in my 20s and it was an overwhelming job, but I learned fast how to protect myself from all the negativity that swirled around. Whether the patients were yelling threats at me or there was violence, there was just a lot of negativity. It was a unique situation. I get it. Most of us don't have that kind of experience, but that experience helped me be able to quell the negativity in my life that happens every day. Listen, I don't get called the C word very often anymore, but the negativity is still there. So I want to give you what I learned back then from those years that I still use today. And we're not going to take it personally, and we're not going to judge those people because there's no shame in our game and no hate in our play. But I'm going to tell you the mistakes that you are making that I used to make when it came to dealing with negativity. All right. So, hey, welcome to Practice Your Positive Daily. We're talking about negativity today. Listen, it's everywhere. We know it. We don't like it, but we know it, right? Whether it's online or at work or maybe even at your dinner table, you can't control them, but you can control how you handle it. You can control you. So today we're going to talk about that negativity and how to let it not tank your vibe. I'm going to share why it's more about them than it is about you, how to protect your energy, and to give you a game plan to rise above it. So I'm going to talk about this in three mistakes you're making when it comes to negativity. First, you think it's about you and not about them. That's a mistake. Negativity isn't personal, is projected. When someone throws shade or makes a snarky comment, it's a reflection of them and their own stuff. It's their insecurities. If they call you a loser, it's because they're afraid of being called a loser. It's their stress, their unhappiness. It's way more to do with them than with you. So instead of taking it personally, you're going to stop that. You're going to pause and think, what is this really about? You don't have to condone bad behavior, but you also don't have to take it and hold it and put it in your heart. Just like I tell my kiddo, it's like water off a duck's back. Just let it roll off. All right. The second mistake you're making is that you are not protecting your own energy. You have to protect your energy like it's gold. It's the most precious thing you have. Your energy is like a currency. If you let every snarky comment or bad attitude or rude interaction take up your mental real estate, you're giving someone else control over your day. No way. No, thank you. I'm not going to sign up for that. So one of the best ways to protect your energy is to set boundaries. I used to be really terrible at setting boundaries. I would say no when I meant yes. I would smile when I would want to walk away. You don't owe anybody an engagement every time they talk to you. Sometimes silence is the loudest response. Saying nothing is saying something. You're not obligated to explain or defend or argue your worth, your value, your decisions. You need to protect your peace. It's a mistake to just leak it everywhere. So protect your peace, because once negativity gets in, it multiplies fast. It's like a wound that festers. So the best way is to put up some boundaries. The third mistake that you're making when it comes to negativity is not having an automatic reply. What I learned from back in the day in the psychiatric hospital was that I could have an automatic response for negativity that shut down the interaction without judging, belittling, or being rude to that person. It's like a preset for your game. Just think about it just should be an automatic response. So when the negativity shows up, you already know how you're going to respond. And the response is calm, it's neutral, and it keeps you in control, talking from the I. So some examples of things that you can say and things that I like to say, that's an interesting perspective. Someone shares something, that's an interesting perspective. It's non-committal, it shuts it down. You can acknowledge somebody without agreeing. You can say, I can see why you feel that way, or I hear you. Again, without judging or belittling. Another one is that, you can say something like, I'm choosing to focus on solutions, trying to keep the conversation positive. And if you're online, you can just say thank you for your feedback. When people respond negatively, they want that fight. They want that interaction, energy, and attention from that negative interaction. So just don't give them that. Don't feed into it. It's not a matter of stooping to their level. You're just playing your own game. You don't need to tell them what's wrong. You can just choose to not engage or to have an automatic response and then keep it moving. So the positive of the day, here's your actionable step, right? Practice your positive. It's tactics based often to give you the tools to go out there and try it. So here is the positive of the day. Craft your automatic reply for negativity. Think about it like an auto send, right? Put an automation. It's a one-liner that you can use when someone's attitude steps on your day or someone else tries to drag you down. Maybe it's one of the examples that I shared, or maybe you have your own spin. Maybe you have something and you just don't make it automatic. Make it automatic, and it doesn't even have to touch you like water off the duck's back. You can just keep it moving. You will thank yourself later when you stayed away from the negativity. All right, team, here's the deal. Negativity is inevitable. If there's an up, there's a down. If there's a positive, there's a negative. Heck, sometimes the negative comes from the inside, but it doesn't have to win. You have the tools to handle it. You can protect your vibe and move forward with your head held high. So come up with that automatic response. And frankly, if it needs to be an automatic response to yourself when you get negative, that works too. But don't let you or anybody else mess with the vibe that you are creating. You're dedicated to your positive, and don't let anybody else distract you from that. You're going to lead with strength. So thank you for tuning in today. I'm trying to keep these short. If you got some value out of this episode, share it with somebody who needs it, or better yet, leave me a note in the comments. We can flip the script on negativity one mindset at a time. It starts with us, please. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit subscribe. I'm an old Gen Xer trying to do my best here on YouTube. So give me some love because I love you. So I will catch you next time. Stay strong, stay positive, and stay you.